don't claim to have this all figured out, but what I do know is I'm one step ahead of my thoughts. I'm one step ahead of my procrastination. I'm definitely 10 steps ahead of my self-sabotage. Why? Because I've taken action on this channel. Now, if you're like me and you procrastinate and overthink, it's time to have control of your mind and not let your mind control you. Because when the self-doubt tumbles in and tries to suffocate you, you're going to run with it because your nervous system, your self-regulation is so used to surviving rather than thriving. It's now time to get it out of your own way. And as cliche as life, people say life happens and then we just have to deal with it. Sometimes we have no clue. Sometimes it gets so rough and hard and everything starts to crumble that we're walking the path alone. We're walking the path through the darkness, through the heavy thoughts. This shit is getting real. How do I navigate this life? How do I thrive? How do I become happier within myself when everything around me is crumbling? You're not always here to master life so much. You're here to master your thoughts. You're here to master and conquer your old self-beliefs, whether they're thought of through yourself or come from someone else, your parents, people, your friends. Sometimes, yes, you got to get out of your own way, but you also have to close the door to people who are toxic because they're just feeding your negativity, your self-imposed limitations. We're not always going to be in a negative frame of mind every single day, but sometimes when you've been working in survival mode, the self-sabotage, the procrastinating, the overthinking tends to take a spotlight in your life more often than not. So I've come up with this thing. It's just a random thing where 4-finger action. I know it sounds weird. I make it happen. That's it. The reason I came up with this is just a thought where, okay, I want to do a YouTube video. I want to do a YouTube channel. Here we are. And I really couldn't be stuffed. I've got lots of thoughts in my head. I couldn't be stuffed walking my dogs. I've got 3 dogs. Well, I just conquered that by taking all 3. Yes, it's a big thing. I've got 2 huskies and a little dog, and they all all over the place. But I wasn't in the right frame of mind to go walking my dogs, but I did it anyway. I made it happen. You can do this 4-finger action because, one, it helps you think about the fingers that you're bringing out. I know that's weird, but bringing out, it interrupts your mind, your self-doubt, so your limitations. You can do different types. I make it happen. I am enough today. I am worthy today. 4 words that you can just make it in your head. I love myself today. I make it happen. I can do it. Why? Because why not? Just use your 4 fingers, doesn't matter which one, and just create words on there it's like interruption. Now, I just thought about this today because I was listening to affirmations while I'm walking my dogs. It got me into the space where, okay, how can I conquer my thoughts, my moods, my emotions that tend to override things? And I just thought, well, what we always want to do something with our fingers, don't we? So let's make some words on our fingers as we're saying it, interrupt those thoughts that may create a self-sabotage life pathway journey, because I've been in a self-sabotage mode in the last few years, but then I realized some of the things I thought I wanted to do really is not for me. So this message here is conquer your thoughts. Don't let the thoughts conquer you. Empowering yourself by trying something new. I mean, the wisdom is within you. We all know that. But sometimes our negative thinking is in us too. And it can come from outside noise. It can come from believing what other people have said. It also can be that rotating thought, okay, I'm not enough. Nothing in my life has showed that I'm enough. But you have to be the hero in your life today. I make it happen. That's all you need to do. Just use it and make it happen. Whatever it is in your life, find something you want to do and make it happen. Use the four-finger interruption. I mean, it's just a little technique that I just came up with, and wasn't thinking about any techniques. I think I'm so much in my head a lot of the times, and I self-sabotage along the way. I've been in survival mode, I want to say, and this is being truthful here. And I've self-sabotaged a lot of ideas, a lot of businesses, a lot of jobs, and whatever it is, I have self-sabotaged in my life. But I also think some of it has been destiny, needing to learn a lesson, needing to conquer myself and the thoughts that have been instilled upon me from others, bullies, mocking, judgment. And you'll end up doing that to yourself because your subconscious is, I feel that yourself attacking you because everyone else attacked you. This is not to try and be like, oh, I'm a victim here or anything. This is about navigating life and trying new things, trying new ways of conquering those inner thoughts, those inner critic here, because they don't get to. You can use your inner critic voice as a person, see it as a person, even though it's not. Okay, we know that. But see it as the overbearing person that you just want to shut the door, goodbye. And that's what you should do to interrupt those thoughts. So today's message is I make it happen. Make it happen. Whatever that is you've been procrastinating, whatever self-sabotaging things that you have put off. I've been wanting to do this channel for so long, and here we are. And I couldn't think of a name to call the channel. I wanted to use my first name, my surname. Decided I was doing some card reading and the word popped out, and I decided to call it whatever it is, Luminous Katasa. Why? Because light. We're trying to overconquer the darkest thoughts, and we're bringing new light and love into our life, because the greatest message you can get today is you need to accept and love yourself and find new ways of conquering your inner critic, conquering the self-sabotage, the procrastinating, the overthinking, anything that has been stopping you from your greatest self, from your destiny, from... Yes, I do believe that we can create a better life, and destiny is what you make it. But I also believe that sometimes some of us are on a journey of lessons and knowledge and wisdom, and then we get our happiness because we are able to step back and become aware and say, hey, that's interesting. That thought that I've created in my mind is interesting. Why am I saying that to myself? It's like you're beating yourself up. And you probably learned that from your younger years, either your parents, siblings, friends, acquaintances, TV, books, whatever it is. Something has told you you're not enough, and then you have created a narrative to prolong that suffering, prolong that thought process, because you're in that survival mode of, okay, so survival mode is going to keep you in the fear state, but also if you're navigating life and you're constantly beating yourself down, that's all you're going to bring in is that negative self-talk. So I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but if there's one thing that you can take away from it is you make it happen. I make it happen, whatever that is, a creative idea, a book you wanted to write, a job you wanted to apply for, a YouTube channel maybe, doing art, playing the guitar, self-sabotage. I just saw 111, 1111, sorry, on there, so that's another sign. For me, I self-sabotage. I bought a lot of guitars in the last few years, and I didn't learn my guitar And I'm now teaching myself every single day for 30 minutes. I'm sitting down learning the guitar, electric guitar. And I've actually got, while we're here, I've got my little guitar set up. I actually moved my office around to make it much more inviting to myself, because sometimes we have to change things up. So we declutter, clean things, and it's like a spring cleaning. You can spring clean your mind as well. It's a hard road. It's not just gonna, you snap your fingers and you start thinking positively, because you're gonna have days that those thoughts or moods creep in, and don't let it overpower you, because that's when you lose control of the thoughts and you have a shitty day all day. So disrupt it with, you can come up with your own 4 words. And because the fingers, we like to use them on the phone, whatever it is, it keeps us busy, it keeps us occupied, and it gives us a distraction. So use your fingers to create a word, sentence, or whatever it is that disrupts that. So I make it happen. So I make it happen. I made this video happen. I press record. So maybe some wisdom for you to change things up a bit in your life and make things happen. Make a choice today that, yes, you in the past you self-sabotaged, procrastinated, walked the unknown for many years like a robot on your path, where tunnel vision, woe is me. We're going to be honest, we can be woe is me. We can be in that victim mindset when nothing happens. Life is crap. But we get out of that darkness because we see the light, because there's a little spark still inside us, where there's a little creative idea that even amongst the hard times, there will be a light that is trying to pull you out and say, hey, do this. So if there's a creative project that you want to do, a creative idea, a business, whatever it is, traveling even, or picking up the guitar and committing to yourself, make a commitment that you will do one thing in your life that you've held off. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, if you decide, okay, I'm in a mood and I don't really feel like doing it, commit 10 minutes instead of 30 minutes or 2 minutes, or whatever it is, or write in your journal, or get a journal if you've never even written, and do something different today. So with that in mind, today is a message to you, to yourself. I make it happen.